These videos are brought to you by MSCCasino.com and the Macau Sporting Club. MSCCasino.com, check it out. Also, be sure to check out PF Painters and their website, pfpainters.com.
You are watching Sports Matters TV.
Okay, guys, welcome to a Sports Matters TV special in association with 𝗪𝗀𝗡, the podcast. Now, the man next to me needs no introduction, but I'll always give Brian one. Brian Myers, welcome back to Sports Matters TV. How's things on your side of the world right now, my man?
What's up, man? I'm doing great here. It's a lovely fall headed into winter day in New York.
I'm jealous. I'm absolutely jealous. Listen, my man, you go from strength to strength. The last time we spoke, you were on big things, and I suppose big things were happening. But let's be honest, the system right now is dominating world wrestling across the world. You know, it's a complete domination. Every time there's a match, you know, we look back to Bound for Glory, domination. It's a fun time right now, isn't it, for the system?
Yeah, I mean, we're coming up on the 2-year anniversary of the system's formation. It's been the run of my career, man. It's been just incredible, you know, doing this with my best friends, working on top. You know, we had almost a year run with the Hardys, the greatest tag team of all time. Like, you know, how does it get better than that? You know, the houses are up across the board. You know, there's buzz about TNA. It's just been a wonderful, wonderful time to be part of the system and to be part of TNA wrestling.
Definitely. And look, we look at that success of Bound for Glory, you know, watched by millions across the world, still being watched at this minute. People are catching up if they haven't seen it live. But, you know, it's gone from strength to strength. When we last spoke, I suppose TNA was in a great place, but now it's in dreamland. It really is in dreamland. Obviously, a lot of collaborations. Obviously, there's a collaboration with NXT as well and WWE. But look, that's only good things, isn't it?
Yeah, of course. You know, the NXT partnership has been incredible. I mean, 2 incredible rosters coming together, you know, for you know, surprise and excitement, which I think as a wrestling fan, what else could you want? You know, you never know who's going to show up, what's going to happen, what roster representation is going to be on what show. I think that makes for very exciting television. And I think both brands are reaping the benefits of it. So it's been pretty cool. Bound for Glory was epic, you know, attendance record here in the U.S. Shout out to Alicia Edwards for stealing the show in our match. You know, she's tough as nails. But yeah, things are just doing great. You know, we're on the cusp of this epic TV deal, which here in the States, which I think is going to be the next big leap in 2026 for the popularity of TNA wrestling.
Definitely. And like, your popularity is always there. You know, one of the most respected guys, you know, in the industry. Last week we seen one of your good friends, Zack Ryder, aka Mercadona, obviously reappear on the screens at WWE. Is that something like you'd like to happen more frequently for you? Because look, the fans don't forget, and you have a lot of history there as well.
So I was very, you know, happy for Matt, and that's something that he'd been, you know, really striving for, and I was thrilled for him in that moment. But that's not a goal of mine personally. I've really, you know, found a home in TNA wrestling, and I love it there. And I actually been thinking about this lately. You know, Matt was, you know, let go, and he pined to get back there to WWE to prove it to himself or to prove people wrong, however you want to look at it. And I already did that. You know, I got let go in 2014, had a 2-year run independently. That's also when I won the TNA tag titles for the first time. And then I made my way back to WWE in 2016, had a whole nother run, even better run, thank God. So I feel like that is out of my system. Like, I don't think I need to prove that to anybody anymore. I already did it. And ultimately, I'm just so happy in TNA. I don't, you know, I want TNA to grow and succeed and do better. So if I'm on WWE television, I want it to be, here's Brian Myers, not Kurt Hawkins. Here's Brian Myers representing TNA wrestling, not, you know, a throwback to what I once was. I've moved on, you know, and I'm very grateful for WWE. It's not a knock. I just don't think it's beneficial at this point in my career.
No, I get it completely. And look, speaking of TNA, it's constant. You know, we're seeing so much. Obviously, El Paso, Texas, December 5th, we have Final Resolution. Yet again, the world will be watching. But listen, that's going to be a great one.
Yeah, and we were in El Paso last year. It was one of the hottest crowds of the year. It's kind of a legendary wrestling building. You know, a lot of ties with the Guerrero family. And very passionate fans. So like, I'm thrilled to be back there for 3 nights. That's the way we're ending our year. our calendar year. So what a really cool way to wrap it all up. So with some big shows too, and obviously, my boy Dango has got a big title shot, and that's I think what everyone in the system's got their hearts and their minds attached to when you're looking at those shows.
Definitely. Does things get tricky when there's gold involved? Because when we speak to fans and we do our weekly show, people want to see Brian Myers become a world heavyweight champion. People want to see that. Does that get tricky for you? Look, obviously, end the year on a high, but next year, obviously, you've got your own goals. And listen, Frankie is a great champion. He deserves it. But yet again, titles can change quite fast. But is that something you have your eyes on maybe next year?
I mean, my number one goal in the wrestling business is to be the TNA World Heavyweight Champion. That said, we also know that JDC's wrapping it up, and he is going to be retiring in January. And this might be the last, I mean, it probably is going to be, let's be honest, the last chance at a World Heavyweight Championship he'll ever get in his active in-ring career. So I can be completely, unselfish and be rooting for him in this case and want him to see it through because, what a way to go out. He deserves that after, 20 plus 25 years in the business, so that one I can give a pass. There's always a sense of jealousy when it's revolving around the world title because you want to be the guy, right? You want to be the person that people associate with the brand TNA wrestling.
Yeah, look, I think it's only a matter of time, Brian. And listen, you're due your props as well. You've been at this a very, very long time. And I wouldn't say the industry has changed. Obviously, look, we know with TNA right now, it's a great place to work. There's a bit more freedom, I think, creatively. You know what I mean? I think they do listen to what the wrestlers have and, the ideas they have and stuff. But that locker room must be really good, you know what I mean, right now, because we look at that roster, it's incredible. And yet again, you hear nothing but good things when it comes to TNA. So, yet again, a happy environment is a good workplace.
Yeah, and I think that's exactly what you have at TNA, right? We're all rooting for each other, because we know, the better Mustafa Ali looks or Xia Brookside, whoever you want to name, the better the brand, and we all rise together. You know what I mean? It's not like let's step on this person's performance to better myself. I think a lot of the selflessness that goes on in the TNA locker room is a testament to the success that we've had the past couple of years, and I really mean that. And we have a lot of fun. There's a lot of camaraderie in the TNA locker room. I have like surprise Christmas gifts coming this week that I'm giving out to a bunch of guys and things like that. You know what I mean? Like it's just a really comfortable work and fun and work environment. And in wrestling, that makes a big difference, man. When you're having a good time, it's gonna come through the screen in your performances, if that makes any sense.
No, it does indeed. And look, for all his fans here in the UK and Ireland, obviously we got TNA Plus and VIP tier. Why should fans get on it? Because look, yet again, there's so much footage there. It's a great place. If you're at home and you're chillaxing, having a cup of tea, a beer, obviously it's a great environment, and TNA Plus and VIP tier is a game changer.
Oh man, I obviously, fans of mine know that I'm a huge wrestling fan. And this is going to come off completely biased because I work for TNA, but TNA Plus is the best and smoothest app in all of professional wrestling. The ridiculous amount of content that's up there. I mean, I actually use it every day in my real life. Like I have a treadmill out in my gym. It's hooked up with a TV, and I'm going to put on something random, and tape study, or heading into Bound for Glory, I was watching Hardcore Wars and things like that, to get ready. Like it's just incredible the amount of content, of all the years of TNA that are there, and it's so easy and smooth to navigate. Plus, you're getting Impact Live. You're getting the Yap specials. I mean, there's it's really like all you can handle. So I can't say enough good things about it.
Definitely. And look, last of all, we know that you like collecting stuff. You've got a great collection of all sorts of goodies and all that kind of stuff. But have you added anything to your collection as of late? Because look, I love your backdrop, all that memorabilia, all the cards and stuff. Anything you've added recently? Anything you're after? Anything you want Santa Claus to bring you?
Well, I have to do an unboxing today when I get some free time here. This is the brand new Collect Major ring for Major Stars and Major Bendies. We got me and Cardona battling there on the front, an homage to the old Hasbro ring. Brett and Yoko fighting on the front. So we thought that was cool. Cross-sell in the back with all our products, and this is our newest thing, the Major Star here. That's me.
Yes.
Kind of a wink and a nod to a pop. So we've got a lot of exciting stuff going on. But these days, my collection's become so like high-end and snobby that really it's our products that I get most excited about because the point of pride, I guess, that goes, with it.
No, it is an addiction. But listen, Brian, we love having you on as always. We hope that European tour happens next year because we need
I
you
would
guys
love that.
back to Ireland and the UK. But listen, have a great week. I'll probably see you after Christmas. But until then, have a good one, my man, and keep up the great work.
Thanks, man.